We want to start this group meeting off. Um, we want to talk about what do you expect when it comes to improving upon your life. Once you're able to answer that question, then you would take the necessary steps to do something about it. Also, I would say too is that it says that when it comes to one's interaction skills, how we interact with one another, it says that 10% of conflicts are due to difference of opinion and 90% is due to wrong tone of voice. What you think about that?
It's true.
Mm-hmm. You want to elaborate on it? Because we say, like when we have a difference of opinion of how we see things, it creates a conflict.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But some people, they know what they're doing.
Okay, yeah.
They know what they're doing.
Right, right.
They just want to see how far they can get away with it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And what about the wrong tone of voice? Like when people express themselves, they can get very loud at you or say something in a manner, in a way, at a pitch that just get the best of you.
Right.
Yeah. You don't like that, do you, man?
No.
Yeah. Because you feel as though that people may be treating you in a certain way as if they treat you like you're we call like a child.
Yeah.
Yeah. So those are things that we need to work on. Now, it's interesting when it says 10% of conflicts are due to difference of opinion and 90% is due to wrong tone of voice. Now, for the most part, we all are working on something in our lives. I have my personal struggles. You have yours. Brother has his. We all have our personal struggles. The challenge is, what are we going to do about it?
Right.
What steps are we trying to make to do better and to be better? Right?
Yeah.
Because we see, as I wrote here, the challenge is, do we want to be better or remain bitter?
Yeah.
Think about that now. Because, when someone can do something wrong to you in your life, and you remain what? Bitter about it. That doesn't do any good. That doesn't help you or anyone to improve upon their situation or their quality of life. So, it is said too, if we dwell on something long enough, too long, it winds up imprisoning us. Which means we become held captive by those things which we dwell on for too much of a long period of time. Think about that.
Yeah.
Yep. What's your take on that one?
That's true. That it can dwell on you and take a long time to get what you asked for and what you're supposed to have. It's just messed up. I really don't like group meetings.
Yes.
Because I'm already straight, clean, and sober.
Okay.
But I don't like the meeting. I really don't have a conflict on saying nothing about none of that.
Right, that's good stuff. The purpose of me, I realize that when people come together, the purpose to me to come together is to give each other constructive value. Which means rather than being destructive and downplaying and degrading one another, we should build each other up.
Right.
That's when I come together or do anything, I say that we should come together and to uplift and encourage each other, build each other up, rather than tear each other down.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Now, I know this here too. If I want to, as I say, we all are struggling with something, and if I want to improve upon my life or my situation, my circumstances, I know that there are certain sacrifices that I have to make in order to make that happen. And some things I may not want to do, but I'm going to have to do it. I may not like it. You know what I'm saying? Some things I don't like.
Yeah.
But sometimes what I don't like don't mean that it's not good for me. For example, when the doctor gives us medication, and we may not like the medication,
Right.
but the medication is good for us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Does that make sense to you?
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Because certain medication can play a part of you being sick.
Mm. Yeah.
You have to be very, very careful what you take.
Mm-hmm. Right. So it could be the wrong type of medication, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They deliver it over the phone, but they don't see you. They don't know what's going on with you.
Mm.
To take that medication.
Right.
The
What?
medication I take had me going to the bathroom 4 or 5 times early in the morning, 3, 4 or 5 in the morning.
Right.
I'm going to the bathroom.
Mm.
That's not no good for you.
Right. But what about this here? What about if someone, they say like on the streets, if a person who's taking what they call dope as they call it, right?
Yeah.
But if you take the wrong type of it or too much of it, you wind up doing what? Over. So I think it's a manner, and a reason why I cite that, I think it's a manner and way in which we either administer, or even a manner and way in which we interact with one another, and we do things, as I should say, that we should do things in what they call moderation. We shouldn't take too much of anything, because too much of anything is not good for you.
Right.
So yeah, man, the thing is though, so how do you feel about this here too? How do you feel about if you're born, like we're born dependent, which means we depend on our mother and father, right? When we're young. And you're a man of your age. And then when you get off that, you become independent.
Yeah.
Right? So how do you go about trying to become like independent again?
Starting all over.
Starting all over?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Yeah. But what if to a point where it's that you get to a point where it's that the starting all over again becomes so difficult that it frustrates you to a point where it's that you just say, man, I don't want to do it, man.
Yeah.
Does that help you or hurt you?
Hurt you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it can hurt you.
Yeah. Because the reason why I say that, because if you see what is transpiring right here before your eyes right now, we see that people don't want to do something that will play a part, thinking that it's not helping them. But if something is required for you to do, then it winds up hurting you.
Yeah.
Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
Because I see that's the challenge now, is that you ever heard of a term when I came up and you came up with that our parents gave us some type of structure or some type of discipline?
Yeah.
Where certain things that you shouldn't do, but yet we do them anyway.
Right.
And then we got to pay for it.
Yeah.
For example, when when we was a little child, when we touched that stove when it's hot, we wind up don't touch it no more, right?
Right.
Because we know it's gonna hurt us.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying now, I'm thinking that to a large part is that it's like, as we see, I'm dealing with what's going on here right now. We see that people are acting in a manner and way as if when someone means you well, that they wind up thinking that they meaning you harm, but they meaning you well. Their intentions are good. I think Rev Mike, you ever heard a guy named Rev Mike?
No.
Rev Mike, okay, he was a guy that preached, right? He said this here. He said that if about a guy, he said this guy has been down so long, right?
Uh-huh.
And he said, man, won't you just get up and do something? And the guy said, man, I've been down so long, I never even gave it a thought.
Yeah.
Think about that, man.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes we have been down so long that when someone comes to offer you some assistance, you won't even accept the assistance. Because that's just goes to show you that more than likely we still remaining bitter. We're still holding on to things, man, that we need not to hold on to. Because the primary objective in this surroundings in which we are in right now is to transition from dependence to being independent. Because we want to improve upon one's life. So while we are here, what do you expect? What do you expect from here? This facility.
What do I expect?
Yeah.
For everybody to participate in the meeting.
Mm-hmm.
Or even they shouldn't even have no meeting if they're not going to participate.
Yeah. Yeah. I got you. Participation is key. Now, do you think by you being here, you think you are setting the example, or that never even crossed your mind?
Setting an example.
Yeah.
One person in the meeting sitting listening,
Mm-hmm.
and the rest of them walk right past you.
Right. So we see what we're dealing with right now. We're dealing with what is called respect. That's what we're dealing with.
Yeah.
Now, Francis Krauss Wilson said this: if a people don't respect themselves, they won't protect themselves.
Yeah.
So we have to deal with the level of respecting ourselves. When we respect ourselves, then we protect ourselves.
Yeah.
That's most important. But what we're talking about here is, what do you expect? To see, I don't force nothing on no one. That's a challenge that many people have, and everyone knows what is required. I don't know what was going on before I got here. Everybody knows this is a required meeting. But I was telling him an example about Reverend Ike. Reverend Ike said about one gentleman, he said, get up and do something. And the guy been down so long that he never even gave it a thought of getting up.
Yeah.
Then we deal with this here. Because we all want to do better in life. And I said, it seems as though the challenge is to be better or to be bitter. What's your take on that?
What?
The challenge, I said, we want to improve upon our life. What do you expect? I said, because we want to be better. We want to be better. But far too many times, instead of being better, we remain here, bitter. What's your take on that?
You gotta make every day flavorful.
Make every day what now?
Flavorful.
Flavorful?
Yeah.
Explain that.
Like if you wake up on the dry side or something don't go your way,
Mm-hmm.
you gotta make the best of it. No matter how dry it is or bitter.
Make the best of it.
Yeah.
They say add the flavor.
Yeah.
That's good stuff. That's good stuff. Now, and anything that we add flavor to, they say it adds, like some coloring. You know what I'm saying? Flavor to it, because you got, on ice cream, they got how many flavors? But 33 flavors or something? You know what I'm saying? And that means we're talking about a variety of things, you know what I'm saying, that we bring in to try to make our lives better in life. For example, if I say to you that I'm black, but yet I like white women, how would you feel about that?
Crazy.
See? But I'm adding what to my life? Flavor. Huh?
That's what you call flavor?
Yeah. We just having a discussion because we wanna get beyond our thinking, our own perception. We want to move beyond that. Just making a point. Don't mean that it's so, but I'm making a point. That's all. I mean, making a conversation, I should say. Just making a conversation.
Yeah, but if you're asking for freedom, then you want your freedom took. Keep playing with the white girls.
You think that's the case, huh?
Yeah, you wasn't born white. What you want with a white woman?
Now, you know ain't nothing black or white. That's just something somebody applied. They did something they came up with a concept out of somebody's mind.
A whole bunch of dumb shit in America.
Yeah.
America got to be cleaned up. We erase, and the book got to be written all over.
Yeah.
And all of us can do righteousness.
That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's key. That's right. Because when you do righteousness, that means you live a meaningful life.
Yeah.
A purpose-driven life.
Yeah.
And that's key. Now, what we need to do too, as I said, is that we got to look beyond what we see.
Yeah.
Because certain things that come up, that's something that somebody done planted in our what?
Yeah.
In our head, man. That's why I say we got to do what? We got to do better, man.
Yeah.
We got to do better. Because what's key to us all is our humanity.
Yeah.
It's our humanity.
Time will come for everybody to start looking to do better.
That's right. That's right.
Because your country getting tore up. We didn't ask them to let nobody over here. And they get over here and then they bring all these different poisons and stuff in the country to get rid of it. That's a piece of ISIS shit to me. ISIS still alive, but they're sneaking around Trump because they know he ain't going to play with them.
Oh, you talking about that group that people talking about, the ISIS group? Yeah. You talking about? Okay, I got you. They call it, I don't want to use that word.
Like China bought that COVID virus over here. Do you know how long it's possible that we're going to have to wear masks? Probably for 10 years. They got a way of clearing it up with them jets they have in the sky. Same way they brought that shit over here. They could spray something in the sky, kill them germs. Then the snow coming, which we haven't been getting no snow for the last 2 years. It's supposed to purify the earth.
Yeah. Well, the earth is going to purify itself. Nature takes its course. Yeah, but nature takes its course. So my thing is, remember we said earlier, what comes out of the mind of people to even try to put poison or toxics in the air? What comes out of a mind of a person or people like that? Huh?
ISIS, I believe, is control of that.
So this is the deal then. So what's most?
You gotta get the house phone.
So what's most important is where is it at? I don't know.
I think that's it over there.
So what's most important is this here though. As I say this here, look at that there, that conflict. Hold up, I'll be right back. Hold up a minute. Pick it up when they get it next time. Yeah. Let's look at this here though. What's your name, brother?
Squire.
Squire, I want to share something with you right here. When you come, I want to share something about this conflict. Because that's what we're dealing with. One thing I realized this here too though. One thing I realized that we are in such turmoil mentally that we don't even want to respect other people's perspectives. Talk about what another person think. We can't even reason with one another. We can't even sit down. I'm saying we can. I'm saying we can't. But I'm saying I can't now out of a sense of frustration. But we can. We can reason with one another.
Yeah.
So what I mean by reasoning with one another? What is the faculty that has been given to us and able for us to relate to one another? Is the ability to reason.
Yeah.
Huh?
Right.
So what prevents us from unable to reason with one another? Obviously something that's, go ahead.
Us not wanting to treat each other as a man and a woman.
Good point. That's right. That's right. Not to treat each other as human beings.
Yeah.
And that's at an animal level, man. That's at an animal level. It says that wars are symptoms of us as humans. But listen, we can learn. I'll stop right there because we can learn a lot from animals. Some animals, man, they don't even kill. Some animals, they just treat each other right. But we as humans, what do? We do harm, hurt, and endanger, and we disrespect, devalue, degrade, and demean, and disrespect each other. Huh?
Yeah.
Do we want to call ourselves to be human beings? Don't you think I see what's going on? I'm talking about right here now. Everyone knows what is required for them to do when they're here. But yeah, we don't want to do it. We're rebelling, man. So what you think gonna come up on you? When you think you continue to do wrong and you know that you're supposed to do right, what you think gonna come up on you? Don't you know that I've been in the situation that you are in right now? But what did I do? I whatever it is that's required for me to do, I did it.
Yep.
I didn't let nobody else lead me or misguide me. Nobody had to tell me to do it. I did it on my own. This is serious business, man. Anytime somebody's throwing a rope down to grab you, to pull you up, and you won't grab that rope, who's it on?
It's on you.
It's on you. Everything is on you, man.
Yeah.
You know what else I realized too? Let me tell you something. We don't really admire and respect each other. We respect Jay-Z. We don't even know him. We'll look at the girl Cardi B. I know all the mega thing that she's a healthy son of a gun though. That stallion's a good God, she is. Listen, but I'm trying to say is that, you know that she's been exploited, but she's making money. That's the medium way she make money. But we admire people far from us, we don't even know them. I remember one time Whitney Houston made her transition. Ain't no big deal, man. Whitney Houston could never be another voice like Whitney Houston. But she said, and sorry about their laws, but she said the world stopped. The world don't stop, man. The world do not stop. So we got to keep on moving. That's why I said this. What do you expect? What do you expect? What do you want? It's on you. You have to make the decision. Now, I can be a better criminal. I can be a better liar. Huh? I can be a better murderer. I can be a better one of those things. If I put in the work, because he or she who becomes a master of anything, they become proficient at it. Because that which occupies the mind conditions the mind. That's the nature of the mind. Whatever you give your attention to, that's what you're giving your power to.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
So I ask you the question. What do you expect? What do you expect to get out of here? What do you expect from yourself? What do you expect out of life? That's the question. Do you want to be better or remain bitter? Do you want to be rebellious? Do you want to be disrespectful? Do you don't want to, you don't want to come together and work together? You don't want nobody to help you only when it's convenient for you? That's not how life is made. That's how not life is. Life is not like that. It's not at your convenience. Especially when someone is doing you a favor. Someone means you well. Think about this here now. That which we call God, for example. That's out of somebody's mind. That's cool. I understand. That's the concept. You look at a seed. What does that seed represent? That seed represents potential. Watch this here now. When my mother and your mother, or my mother and my father got the better, my father or your father planted a seed in my mama and your father. If I planted a seed, that was you. That's potential. And once that potential was in that fertile ovarium, that's why sperm mixed with ovarium, that's integration from a biological point of view now.
Yeah.
Now I went beyond race, class, gender, religion. Now, so
what's wrong with staying in your lane? Get your own girl.
Yeah, but I'm clear with all this.
People want to show their ass because they can get a white girl. White girl don't mean.
Well, that's some historical, because that's some psychology stuff. Because when you suffer from the value of self-worth, that seems to give you value. You know what I'm saying? I understand the psychology of it. What I'm saying, we got to move beyond that. Like people would say, this is the first black day. We got to move beyond that. We talk about righteousness. We talk about doing something right. We talk about living a meaningful life.
I got a cousin. I'm 63 years old. When we was 2 years old, his mother and father was in service. And that's the only thing they knew was white girl, white people.
Yeah.
Now he's married to Coca-Cola's daughter.
Yeah.
Living in South Carolina, I forgot, it's Florence or Columbia, somewhere down there.
Yeah.
But he always been the type of person back in the 50s that loved white girls. He married one. Coca-Cola's daughter.
Yeah.
Now you can't tell him shit.
Yeah.
He wasn't a Kanye West. You
Yeah.
can't tell him shit.
I got you. I understand that. I understand the psychology. You talking about from a historical perspective.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand
That's
that.
not respect. When you go back to your grandmother and grandfather, what they went through, you should know to do better.
Well, watch this here now. Now watch this here now. I know a gentleman, right? He messed with it because if you want to say, because ain't nothing black, really nothing black and white. That's something comes out of somebody's mind who applied it to human beings. Trust me, it's a fallacy. It's not based on nothing. Once again, we got to tap into our humanity.
Yeah.
Your humanity. That so-called Hispanic humanity, if you want to use that word. That Russian. See, people don't even know like the word Caucasian, and if you want to talk about it, Caucasian and Russian. The Russians look at Caucasians as if they niggas, and you think they're the same. They're not the same. So what I'm trying to say, what is oppressing us is ignorance. Ignorance. We got to move beyond ignorance. That's why I say, man, we got to change our thinking. We got to use whatever it is at our disposal so that we can be better.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
We see the society in which we live. We even see how it affecting how we interact with ourselves.
Yeah. Don't take advantage of others. You don't want advantage taken of you.
No question. Because it's saying, you own it. It's saying if a person don't teach you right, he ain't going to treat you right.
Right.
Huh?
Right.
So back again to the question. What do you expect to improve upon your quality in life? How do you want to go about doing it? You have to make that decision. And remember, people say that we are a product of our environment. That's an excuse. We're a product of the decisions that we make. That's why we're a product of the company. It says guilty by association. Talking about that what you associate with, man. That which is going in your head and your mind and your ears, all those things you're listening to, man. Those things influence you. But once you learn to separate yourself from that and become a mature person, move from a sense of being dependent and transition from independent, man, you will be the better for it.
Yeah.
You will be the better for it. Because all I'm trying to do is pull out the best that's in each and every one of you all that's here. That's all I'm trying to do, man. That's all I'm trying to do. Because it's in you. It's in each and every one of us. Remember, man always looked at the end product. That's how he say that's a bird. That's a plane. You look at the end product. You know? He can identify with the end product. But that which we call God, look at the potential. Because it's more to you, it's more to Nadia, it's more to the brothers, it's more to each and every one of us than meets our mind. Man, when we came out of our mother's womb and she saw us, she said, oh my God, man, it's something behind this child that he or she came into existence. That means that it's more to this child than meets the eye.
Yeah.
Huh? Ain't that something, man?
Yep.
So what has happened then? Somehow or another, through something that's taught us and through outside influences, made us less than what we are. And that is a human being.
Mm-hmm.
That is a human being. Yeah, so just want to say this here in closing, that to whom or what we give our attention to, that's who we give our power over to. Don't let nobody take your power from you, man. Don't let nobody take it from you, man. When you get up in the morning, you have enough energy, enough power to do what? To get up. And if we don't want to give up, we give it our power over to something other than our what? Ourselves.
See,
huh? Don't take for granted. Look what he's
what's
using.
his name? Hold on.
He's able to.
What's your name, Kevin?
Kevin. He's able to
Kevin.
use a spoon. He's using his limbs. You're able to walk. We can't take none of that for granted. Because once that power was taken from us, we're unable to use it anymore. So let us use it wisely.
Cause you know we got.
Let us use our time wisely, man. Let us continue to work together, man, and know what is required upon us, and let us go head on and do it.
I forgot what time it's supposed
Sounds
to be.
good?
About 9:30.
Sounds good?
I was looking
What I just
for a
said?
slip while you fill out
What I say?
and go out by Thursday.
I said the power that's been given to us, let us use it wisely. Our limbs, our mind, our hands, our feet, whatever it is. Let us use it wisely as a group because it will be a benefit to us.
Okay.
We got to see each other as an asset, not as a liability. We can't see each other as enemies now. Because the only thing enemy I know is ignorance. That's ignorance. And it makes us hostile. Huh? Yeah. But yeah, man, so you will see more of me. Naja familiar with me and William is. So they familiar with me. So you'll see more of me. So want to appreciate your time and be God's will. They call it I see you tomorrow. Same time, same station. Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure. Appreciate you, man. Yes, sir.